I realize in Week 7, game number 4 of the 2021 NFL season. It is between the Buffalo Bills going up against the New York Jets. We are at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Let us go and see you all after the game.
We'll see Sam Darnold and the New York Jets taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. It should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway here on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I think the development of Josh Allen as a starting quarterback in Buffalo has been rapid. We knew he had a big arm coming out of college. People question his accuracy, his decision-making a little bit. I think that continues to improve as well. And the biggest surprise, how well he's used his legs to give him an extra dimension in the running game. And give him credit. His completion percentage last season was up 6 points from the year before. He continues to improve.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Just when you want on a first down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss when he was in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish a ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run on first down with Singletary. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And now they'll throw with Allen. He'll take a shot to the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got half of Bills' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets to this. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early down the distance count.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 14. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
To go for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it with their perfectly executed crossing route. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Allen going to throw. And he's got it. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. But he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bills have taken the early lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready for their first possession, and they are led by the 23-year-old from USC in his 3rd year now, quarterback Sam Darnold.
Year 3 now, Sam Darnold being the starting quarterback with the New York Jets. And as you might expect, some ups and downs along the way. That's what happens with young quarterbacks. Last year, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had to play through some sickness and injury. But the Jets really believe in this guy and showed it by upgrading their offensive line in order to get him more protection moving forward.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Got him in, it's Rashawn Perriman. And he gets this one in midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 there, and the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll let the quarterback keep him here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler in 2019, in on the stop.
Brandon, we just saw benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure? How do I gain an advantage at this snap?
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him. They tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets. Andre Roberts is deep for Buffalo. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. How about the example right here?
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Zach Moss, Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year a season ago. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards. They have deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. Allen's throw is complete, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Allen, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Throwing is Allen on third. He hits Beasley right side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing at the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
On first down, Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
With the hair straightener?
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again is Darnold. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
Darnold on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from the mobile big man quarterback, Josh Allen. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This will make it into the end zone, and Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And nearly picked off there. It would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold from the gun. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
So that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And here's the game's number 3 all-time rusher, Frank Gore. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Frank Gore kind of continuing his tour around the AFC East. Remember, he was with Miami in 2018. Played for his opponents in this ballgame, the Bills, in 2019. And now wears the green with the New York Jets here in 2020. Well-traveled. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Darnold. Flushed out, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The sack there by Trent Murphy. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Darnold. is caught. It's Perriman. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Darnold finding Perriman there for a New York first down.
Tell me out, partner, did they use up all their juice on second down when they got the sack? Because on third down, zero pressure. All the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup at 34 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
But looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Back to throw, Darnold. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. The veteran Frank Gore stands alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 40 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
They got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space. But how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. It's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up near the 42. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
New York ready to go again offensively. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have the first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on play, and it'll be second down.
Nice play there by Ed Oliver. That's why he went 9th overall when he came out of Houston back in 2019.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Darnold, able to connect with Mills. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. 11 yards from number 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
And that's why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Darnold down to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims there to make the grab. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said? It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud.
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun. Allen on the move to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when I'm to exit the pocket and go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
On first down, Singletary. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the lowest, 2nd and 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss?
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And now they'll throw with Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now at 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. They'll take it in the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And then he stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Sam Darnold leading the offense. defense out for their next possession. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize. So adjustments are often a big part of each and every game. And it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work. And being able to hang in there when there's no adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this game, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. That's caught out left by Perriman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Cut check time on both sides. Found the shotgun. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's the Jets punter now. And he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Allen to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. On the ground, it's Singletary. And they'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Bills send the punter out as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gets you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Darnold down to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
They didn't get out of bounds, but that's okay. They need one more just like that to give themselves a chance.
10 seconds to go. Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This from 52 and this for the win. That's running out of steam and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball that gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown will win.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On first down, Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime of the opening drive. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's the Jets punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills going to take over again on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's thrown incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing his Allen on 3rd. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Allen now on 1st down. That's complete to Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Second and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. He's going to take off with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew. I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.
Right, they have it. The Bills are winners over the Jets, 23-17. That in the stream, and they'll be back later on within our live stream. So, yeah, see you all later.